Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ademola Badmus. If this is your first time, do not forget to like and subscribe. And in our series, in continuation of our series on Flutter app automation, the next thing that I want to talk about is installing Android Studio and setting Android Home. I had already shown you how to set Android Home, but let's just walk through the whole. I've already shown you how to set Android Home in the previous video, but let's just walk through the whole process together. So let's get down to it. As usual, searching the web is our to go. So we say Android Studio download. Yeah, so we click this. It is quite important that you follow through. You can download Android Studio. I already have it, and I can warn you on some things. It takes time. The download is a bit heavy, so it might take time for you to finish the download. So you just click that and you continue to download it. And I would recommend that you read the documentation here, right? So if you do not want to use that, the Windows version is here and the Mac version is here. And as usual, if you're using an M1 chip, follow this. If you're using a normal chip, follow this. So the thing is, it is good to also understand um, the documentation. So on how to work with it and all that, and how to get your SDK installed. So one other thing that you should also install and download is the command line tools, because with these command line tools, you will need to set your command line tools to, you will need to include it in your bin folder so it can be set to parts. But if you do not get the process, you can you can use the, when we get to the point where we install APM Doctor, which is actually the next video, so you will see how APM Doctor can help you fix that, because it will tell you where you can get a documentation on how to fix it. And for those who have been following my videos, if you have issues, you can reach me on LinkedIn and you can reach me via my email, so I can help you out with those issues. So you are supposed to download the command line tools as well, and also add it to your bin folder. And maybe I will just show that too, if it is if time will permit us, because I do not want us to waste a lot of time. So during the installation of your Android Studio, you will see an opportunity to get once it has been installed successfully, you will have you would have you would find yourself in a place like this. You would have to find yourself in your library. When you come into your home, if you cannot see your library, you just press your Command Shift and the full stop button to show hidden folders. So you go into your library folder, and in your library you find Android, and in Android you copy SDK, and in your SDK you go to the so in your SDK you basically have set your Android home. This is the folder that you need. Let's check to set your Android home. Open. Yes, so that's the folder that you need to set Android home. So you just need to copy the path. You right click on it. Sorry. You right click on it and you press your option button when you right click on it, and you copy it as a path name. So once you've copied it as a path name and you've already opened your ZSHRC or your bash profile, depending on what functions in your shell, in your terminal as your shell script. So once you've done this, it's good. But moving down, let me show you something else here that you have to do. Moving down, you will have to set some other Android path here. As you can see, let me try to enlarge this and see. Yes. As you can see, you would have to also set this. So you have to use the Android ROM to set the tools part, the bin part, and also the platform tools. When I get to the proper installation of and testing of traditional Appium application, I mean Appium enabled application like the traditional iOS app and the traditional Android apps, not a cross-platform app like Flutter. When I start making videos about that, I will tell you why these folders are needed. But right now, the only reason you would need it right now is because of it is actually needed to set up Appium, but they serve a different purpose when you're using those traditional apps. They serve a different purpose. Take for instance like the platform tools. If you want to install an APK on an emulator, you can use these platform tools to do that, and using the adb command, you can use it to do that. But that is not where we are going at this point. So that has been set. So once that is set, yes, we revert changes. So once that has been set, you've already set your Android ROM that way. In case you missed that, let's do the Android ROM again. So yes, so you just set the Android ROM this exact way. You have to put everything that is in uppercase in uppercase, just the same way you've done for the Java ROM. You do that for the Android ROM, and you are good to go. So in the next video, we will talk about installing Appium Doctor and what Appium Doctor would help you do. If you have noticed, we have not installed Appium yet. We haven't installed Appium yet. The reason we haven't installed Appium yet is because I want us to actually install Appium in the script that we want to run, right? So Appium Doctor will just help us see that everything that Appium needs has been installed. So once we've already set up our Android Studio and we've set up our Java, we can run Appium Doctor to see that everything works fine. So I will, in the next video, I would show you how to install Appium Doctor, right? And once you've installed Appium Doctor, I'll show you the usage of Appium Doctor. Then I will do a demo because my Appium is already well set up. I will now run a demo to show you what to expect when your Appium is not properly set up, what you would see, and how Appium Doctor helps. So thank you for getting this far. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.